I go where I want and I do what I want. My belt match the kicks, don't you Gabbana.
Ain't T to the G. Who you think it gonna be? And I'm man with another reaction. This one takes us to Pooh Shiesty, the real menace of Memphis. I've listened to a lot of his music when he came out, and I knew he was going straight to the top, but he ended up going to jail. I don't know why and all the details about that either. So his origin story or how he got signed to Gucci or maybe how he caught his case. But let's get into it.
Oh, the real thing, I gotta keep it so 100. I ain't never liked you, cuz. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't never like your I never liked you, cuz. You know I ain't like you. In the street, why? Like, we ain't gonna talk about that on here, though. Moving outside on the E-way, you know we born and breaking the new bitch. It's too big outside, nigga. Like, girl, slide on the track. With the charge. When I was hustling, I always was playing Memphis rappers. I felt like they had such an underground scene. That's what I gravitated to. Like the most ghetto music is what I want to hear.
Police and prosecutors say Pooh Shiesty was part of a group that ended up in this parking lot that October afternoon where the shots flew. And it happened right across the street from the police department and town hall here in Bay Harbor.
They said across the street from the police station?
Island.
What's up, everybody? Probably the most requested artist for me to make a video on right now is Pooh Shiesty. It's one of the biggest movements in rap and it's coming out of Memphis. But for a lot of folks, it feels like he came out of nowhere. Last week, Shiesty was second only to Drake for the most streamed artist in the country. There's a reason everyone's drawn to Pooh Shiesty's crew, Choppa Gang's gotta be one of the wildest in the industry, and the music reflects. Doesn't matter how many billboards all over the country have his face on it. Doesn't matter he's signed to a major label deal with Gucci and Atlantic, selling 60K the first week on his debut album. Shiesty will still rob a dude in Miami who was trying to sell him weed and some Jordans, stick 2 shooters on the guy, sending him to the hospital.
Is that what happened? Oh, that's crazy. That motherfucker. Platinum selling artist, and he's still out there getting it out the mud. Okay, let me know if you guys think that's actually smart for your career. But obviously it's not because he got sentenced for this. I don't know how much time he got. Let me know. Yeah.
Escaping a green McLaren, get arrested, bond out, and leave the state in a private jet.
Saying the two left the state in a private jet. Right, guy?
See, Shiesty keeps his circle small. You basically got to give your life to Choppa Gang just to be around. Choppa Gang Hank, he's locked up for an attempt murder, allegedly shot up a car and paralyzed the dude in a bad case of mistaken identity. Choppa Wop, he's down for a murder and 2 attempts. Even Shiesty's best bro, Big 30, who was signed to a deal way before Shiesty was, getting tens of millions of streams a month. He got booked 2 weeks before Shiesty did on felony drug charges in Alabama. Got extradited back to Memphis for another pending case he was already fighting, made bond, and released the song first day out. But most of the mainstream was not tuned in until Lil Durk and Shiesty came together to make the song Back in Blood. And while most fans were focused on Durk in the wake of the Quando and Vaughn situation, the entire city of Memphis was focused on Shiesty's verse. Because he wasn't just rapping. Shiesty was talking about a specific event that happened where he and 2 members of his crew went to a rival house in Memphis and robbed a bunch of guns from. That's why in the lyrics he says, yeah, you know who took that shit from you, come get it back in blood. On the song, Shiesty's talking directly to them.
You ain't mad, Scott. We want you to see this, baby. You need to know who I niggas that you out. You need to know.
Damn, that's okay. Bareface. Let me know what you guys think about that. I mean, it does make it easier for the people to find you for stuff you took. I don't know. I'm mystified by all of this.
Rival gangs called EBG and them and Shiesty have had problems for many years locally in Memphis. EBG being from the north, Shiesty being from the south, it plays into this divide that's long existed in the city. But now the Back in Blood song is worldwide, hitting the number 8 spot on Billboard charts, getting 50 million views on YouTube in 1 month, forcing EBG, who aren't even rappers, to respond over the same Back in Blood.
That's crazy when like somebody diss you and like it goes viral. You're like, bro, I don't even rap, but I gotta rap now, right? Because he got 50 million views in a month. That means 50 million people heard about you getting slimed out or whatever you want to call it. And yeah, I guess you gotta come out with this one.
Their remix got taken down a bunch of times, each time getting hundreds of thousands of views in days. So EBG dropped a second diss track. This one called Rumors. They even got Quando Rondo to make an appearance, taking collateral shots at Durk just for being on the original song with Shiesty. Now, we're going to get into all this, but first, check out my song of the day. This is some motivation from my guy, K. Johnny.
I don't know K. Johnny, but y'all, when you guys get a moment, give him a listen. I just don't want to get into it right now.
Memphis is like the gold rush for artists. Everybody's getting signed. And the reason is Memphis has one of the rawest, most authentic cultures. But there's a lot more to it than good music and good barbecue. Memphis is the heart of the Bible Belt, with more churches than gas stations. On one hand, it's that southern hospitality, home-friendly folks who work hard to get by. But on the other hand, it's extreme violence, making Memphis the third most dangerous city in America.
Wow.
It's rural country, so...
He said the third dangerous city in America? I didn't know that. Somebody let me know what the first one or the second one is.
Practically everybody's tooled up, and folks have paramilitary weapons. In areas like the South or North Memphis, your life expectancy is 20 years shorter than other parts of the city.
Right now, in some neighborhoods in Memphis, families are sleeping on the floor to avoid being hit by gunfire from outside. For some, they live in a war zone.
For Pooh Shiesty, he's from the Cane Creek Apartments in South Memphis, just 15 minutes from Moneybag Yo's hood, the Walker Homes, not far from Young Dolph's neighborhood in Castalia, and black youngsters around the way too. Pooh Shiesty growing up was very much on that killer be killed energy. Let his boy Big 30 tell you, at age 11, Shiesty thought he was American gangster, getting arrested and expelled from middle school at the same time, forced to wear an ankle monitor. See,
at 11. He got expelled and arrested at 11. That's crazy. What were y'all doing at 11? I think I was collecting comic books or something. I don't know.
Shiesty followed in his pop's footsteps. Pooh's father was a known gangster and founder of the record label Mob Ties. In 2006,
is it Mob Ties? And
one of his artists, who went by the name Miscellaneous, got into a triple shooting at Yo Gotti's birthday bash. The club managers knew that Yo Gotti and Miscellaneous were beefing, and instead of canceling the event, they hired 35 security guards using 4 metal detectors to screen the crowd. It didn't work. That same year, Shiesty's father was convicted of being an accessory in the murder of a local female DJ, which put him on supervised parole. Even with the...
Wait, what?
law breathing down his neck, his pops was still hustling for almost a year, bringing in money under the radar from a trap house on a street called Porter. The house fell on a dead end and looked like it had been abandoned. But little did Pooh's father know, Memphis police had been monitoring the spot for months. One day, his father was in there. They had the measuring cups by the stove, the digital scales on the kitchen counter. One of them had weed, the other had cocaine. Suddenly, there was a loud boom as the front door busted open, and cops bursted in, rushing apartment 3 that was just up the stairs. As the cops ran up, this 75-pound pit bull came sprinting around the corner and leaped at their necks, so the officers shot it 3 times before the dog retreated to the kitchen and later died. In the chaos, you could hear yelling, "Go, go, go," as people ran from apartment 3 to apartment 4, trying to escape. Glass shattered as folks jumped out the window, leaving Pooh's father in the kitchen, cornered by police. They told him to surrender, and he did. Leaving.
Well, I mean, what would you guys do in a situation like that? Are you going to try to get arrested together, or what? Every man for themselves? Me personally, I think it should be every man for themselves, man. I'm not trying to get arrested with you. The whole point of this is to get away.
The officers with 12.5 grams of coke, 8 pounds of kush, and $10,000 cash that they took from Pooh's father's left pocket.
Yeah, you're going to jail for that. 8 pounds of the Hubba Bubba and 15 grams of... Yeah, that's a lot, though, especially in Memphis. Yeah, they're going to do some time for that. And they found 10,000? Yeah, that's not good.
With his pops in and out doing Fed bids, Shiesty was running around a badass little kid, jumping people, finessing people. That's how he got the name Shiesty. And Memphis is a small world. Everybody knows each other. Shiesty even went to Central High School with some of the people he's into it with right now, like the main rapper from EBG, E Jizzle. But Pooh's reputation began to travel in high school and in his circle, clicking up on some plans to get money by any means. Together with his childhood friend Big 30 from Whitehaven, Little Hank, Antwop, and a few others, they came up with the name Choppa Gang, and it stuck.
Choppa Gang shit. Choppa Gang shit. We ain't got a prop to prop back here. We be real. We snooping shit. Nigga gonna die. You gonna come chop nigga whole block, street, whatever.
Within Choppa Gang, there are various members that come from big sets that are prominent in the area. What a lot of people don't know, Memphis has every single national gang and more. It's extremely active with this new trend towards hybrid gangs, smaller mobs, and cliques within the sets going renegade, warring with each other.
see where there was an older person running everything, but it's been changing a lot. And a lot of these young kids with these offset groups, they're totally different.
More little cliques or little gangs that seem to be particularly violent and need less and less of a reason to resort to shooting a gun.
One story of a guy named White Grape, or White Boy Kenny, who went to Central High School with Pooh Shiesty and them, and was known for having girls lined up like a buffet. He was a member of Choppa Gang who got initiated into the Grape Street.
Okay, hey, we not racist. Hey, that's other people. You can be Choppa Gang too. My man, milk chocolate. There we go, my nigga White Mike. Choppa Gang Mike, okay.
Girls lined up like a buffet. He was a member of Choppa Gang who got initiated into the Grape Street Crips. They beat the shit out of him, took a photo that went viral as he became an official Grape Street member. But one day, White Grape allegedly got his gun robbed from him, so Choppa Gang had to cut ties with him, basically disowning him. Only for White Grape to catch a murder case months later after a drug deal went wrong and clients tried to pay him with counterfeit money, so he shot and killed one of them.
That is a crazy 30-second synopsis of your life and how it started pretty much and ended. I wasn't in 30 seconds, I think it was like 5. Let me know how long that was. He said, did this, got in the gang, went viral, went to jail. Like, that, damn. That was
wrong, and clients tried to pay him with counterfeit money, so he shot and killed one of them. Now, Choppa Gang continued spreading their enterprise, planning bigger licks that brought more danger. Shiesty himself says before the age of 15, you're going to lose a close friend in Memphis. Guaranteed someone close to you is going to get killed. Around 2016, he lost his best friend Trey, which turned his heart cold. Pooh Shiesty vowed to live with no remorse from that day forward and be a menace to society. And after he graduated high school in 2018, Choppa Gang had many streams of
he looked like a bad. I told you he looked like a badass kid. What? No.
of income flowing in, and they started using some of this money they were making to pay for studio time. It was one of those rare cases where the music blew up out the gate. They dropped their first song, Breaking News, near the end of 2018, and by 2019, they were buzzing. Shiesty's childhood friend Big 30 got signed to fellow Memphis artist Moneybagg Yo. Meanwhile, Shiesty was still a free agent, dropping his singles every other week, racking in views. This caught the attention of Guap, who was in the middle of building his 1017 roster, looking for the grimiest artists he could find. Of course, Guap was the original slime. You remember hearing stories of a young Gucci Mane terrorizing the industry. Famously, the first time he met French Montana to do a song together, French paid him $5,000 and waited in the studio patiently while Gucci took the money and left out the back door.
Gucci didn't like French. Because the first time he went to the studio to do a song with him, he paid Gucci $5,000 to get on the feature. And he was just sitting in the studio, and Gucci was going out the back door. And I said, do no shit like that.
And that's the same energy Gucci saw in Pooh Shiesty. After hearing one song on YouTube, he hit up Pooh on IG to get the paperwork ready for a major label deal with him.
I'm not gonna lie, man. He's right. This is rare as hell. This like never happens in the rap game. Like, you just drop a 2-3 songs, one blows up, Gucci Man hear it, signs you to the label like a month later. Like, that's not really how it really happened.
Atlantic. Choppa Gang was laughing to the bank. The industry fucked up and let some real gangsters in. Big Scar, who's also from South Memphis and just happens to be Pooh Shiesty's cousin.
I didn't even know Big Scar was Pooh Shiesty's cousin. But RP Big Scar, man, I actually listened to a lot of his music. I was a big fan. Big fan.
Big Scar, who's also from South Memphis and just happens to be Pooh Shiesty's cousin. He's a founding member of a clique called Double R that's been in a brutal war at home in Memphis for quite some time. And up until this point, Big Scar was strictly in the streets, handling business, and never really considered himself a rapper. Until one day, he actually blew up off a reaction video done by a YouTuber named Tommy Craze, who reacted to Big Scar's first ever song when it had only 5 views in 9 hours.
Hold on. Big Star, make a play. 5 views 9 hours ago. Man, that was so hard. Definitely co-sign this track. Big Scar, make a play. Go and check it out.
That song went on to do millions of views, and 2 months later, after Shiesty became a major label artist, and with only 2 songs ever published, his cousin Big Scar inked a deal with Gucci, making Choppa Gang and their affiliates the single biggest movement coming out of the Mid-South.
That's crazy how like these guys have got really good opportunities that people just don't get out the gate. That's crazy.
And with all this attention on Memphis, it brought more drama to the city. Pooh Shiesty was living up to his name and began taking shots at another Memphis rapper named Big Boogie.
You at, Big Boogie? The Boogster. Where you at? Hey, Boogie. Hey,
Oh yeah. I didn't know that, but I heard that Big Boogie song that was going crazy that everybody likes. But I didn't know he was taking shots at him because I never saw this. Oh, I bet.
Hey, Big Boogie. The Boogster. Where you at? Hey, Boogie. Hey, Red Ron. I would get out there in the street with some gang, me by myself. A whole gang right now, today, in like 30 minutes on live, all that shit. Why you say something back, cuz? You did that out of your fans, cuz. You let your fans boot your head up, cuz. Well, you done cost yourself. You got shows and shit ahead of you, bro.
Boogie's the rising artist out of Fraser, which is the north super country part of Memphis. Seems like a good guy. According to Boogie, they never met a day in their life, but Shiesty claims when he pulled up in the north to see Boogie, it was a whole different story.
Oh, you been running from me, bro. You been running. You been running from me, bro. You know what happened in the law, bro, when I pulled up came on your side, bro. You know what happened.
And Pooh is so petty, he even went as far as naming a strain of weed Red Rum after Big Boogie's crew, Red Rum, just so he could say that he's smoking on that red rum.
This is funny, man. The level of petty for the new generation is crazy.
Bigger you get, the bigger the target you become in Memphis. Just a few days after he went back and forth with Shiesty on social media, Big Boogie's concert in Mississippi got shot up. It was the scene of a double murder.
Oh, wow.
50 shots in total were fired from 5 different guns, hitting Big Boogie's friend Jasmine, who was on stage with him, and she later died in Boogie's arms. Fast forward a few months later to November 6th.
That's correct. Okay. So people are, you know what I mean, unalive out here.
Durk and Pooh Shiesty linked up to drop the audio for the song Back in Blood. That's the same day where King Von passed away in Atlanta after an altercation with Quando Rondo.
Oh, wow, that's crazy. I didn't even know any of this. So Von died the same day they did the...
outside the Monaco Hookah Lounge. Shiesty and Durk had already filmed the music video back in Chicago, but chose not to release it yet. This was, in many ways, the mainstream's introduction to Pooh Shiesty. A few more weeks went by, and the song continued to climb the charts. Then randomly, at 6 in the morning on a Tuesday in December, Shiesty posts this cryptic warning to Facebook. Drop that song, and you're not going to live to see that baby get here. That's when New Year's came around, January 1st, 2021.
I'm like, who was he talking about? Drop that song, and you won't live. Okay, I guess I got to figure out who's pregnant, and then I guess we go back from there.
Baby, get here. That's when New Year's came around, January 1st, 2021. A Memphis crew called EBG put out a remix to Back in Blood, going after Shiesty, responding to everything he said on the original track. They got Choppa Gang Killer, CGK, on their t-shirts. Pooh responded immediately, saying this had to be the worst move this gang ever made, and that he did 18 million...
Okay. Yeah, you can't really pop your ish against Pooh Shiesty around that time. He was really doing super numbers.
views off of them.
I remember Back in Blood was everywhere.
He even said their name. The very next day, Shiesty dropped the music video that he filmed with Durk back in Chicago, making Back in Blood the trending topic once again, shooting all the way up the Billboard rankings. EBG's remix was getting taken down left and right due to copyrights, so EBG's main rapper, E Jizzle, dropped another diss track called Rumors, which ran up in views quickly, hitting 1 million views in less than a week.
Oh, wow. I didn't even know, because I've never heard that song. I was going to ask you guys if you heard it. Let me know in the comments.
Then Jizzle was shot 3 times just days after this second diss track went live.
I bet a man can't do this. Man can't do this. Who this is? I can't walk. I can't walk. Cool, boy.
3 bullets hit his arm, and after getting them removed, Jizzle was back on the block wearing a cast, just in time to drop his 3rd diss track called Paralyzed.
Hey, y'all shot the wrong arm now.
See, that's what I'm saying. When people be taunting the ops, he said, you guys shot the wrong arm. Like, I don't think they was aiming for your arms. Like, that's crazy.
To add to the unfortunate timing, Pooh Shiesty's brother, who had been on life support fighting for every breath, was pronounced dead just hours before EBG released this new diss. As it stands, the song has nearly 400,000 views in a week. EBG Jizzle went from a couple thousand followers to 50,000 almost overnight. And
Oh, wow.
Memphis has pretty much been in a frenzy ever since. But yeah, man, let me know if there's a video you want me to cover in the comments below. I will.
That was... I had no idea about the Pooh Shiesty origin, so thank you guys for telling me to react to this one. I'm actually digging the Trap Geek playlist because they're giving you a lot of in-depth information about the origin. Because like I say, I just listen to the music. I don't really get into the nitty-gritty of what's going on with the artist until I get right here. So that's what's up. If you want me to do another Trap Geek, let me know in the comments, and we'll be back with another one. But let me know if you want me to do another reaction to Trap Geek and see what's going on with some of these rappers out here. And if you made it this far, that means you put some paint where it ain't. And for that, you need to be thanked. So don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share to be aware, put me in that algorithm because I need to be there. Because I know there's 10 other streamers out there doing it like me, but...
Fuck that little 10. I'm maxed out.